What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And today we're going to talk about a 21-year-old single mother who became depressed because she had to take care of the kids by herself and she couldn't effectively do it. RIP to the girl. We're not going to use her real name. We're just going to call her Levi J because that was her social media handle. And I want to flip this into a conversation about how big of a decision it is to have kids. Guys, kids are a blessing if you have them in love, out of love, in a marriage with someone you plan on spending the rest of your life with when you guys have your life together. If you have kids in any other scenario, you're not married, you're not in love, or your life's not together, they are not a blessing, they are a burden. This does not get said enough. Now, some of y'all are hard-headed, okay? Some of y'all are hard-headed. I've heard some people tell some of y'all this, hey man, don't knock that girl up. You don't got your life together. Hey, don't let that boy knock you up. He don't love you. He don't care about you. And you don't got your life together. And you guys still do it. But we're going to talk a little bit about that too, because what you guys don't realize is a lot of single mothers and a lot of the guys that they choose, because you guys always say, why do they always choose bums, Pookie, Ray Ray, Chad, Tyrone, the hood dude, the mafia dude, the SA, or whatever the case may be. But what you guys fail to realize is for you to become a single mother, okay, you gotta kind of be a little bit off in the head. That's what people don't. I hate to say it like that, but I'm just being honest. Why the hell would you have a child? That's a lifelong responsibility. You understand what I'm saying to you? With someone you don't even want to marry. Then people talk that 18 crap. You're not gonna listen. When you have a kid with someone, you're attached to them for life. Period. That's it. You're attached to them for life. In the best case scenario, they might be a deadbeat, but then, like I said, that's gonna cause you a whole bunch of problems because kids on average cost $12,985 a year. The average woman makes $36,000 a year. On the high end, 40. So your kid's costing you damn near half yourself. You're not going to be able to afford that kid. Stop it. I don't want to hear the, oh, we do it by ourselves crap. Nope. The government be behind you, propping you up. Your family be behind you, propping you up. There has to be some type of support system. No one's taking care of a kid by themselves. A lot of times there's a whole village behind raising the goddamn child. But it's not going to be over when the kid turns 18, guys. Kid turns 18. What about when they go to college? What if they play sports at college? What about when they graduate college? What about when they get their first big job? What about when they have a wedding? What about when they make their first home purchase and they have a home warming? You're both going to be at all those unless one of you are a piece of crap. And whoever's the piece of crap and runs away, the other one's going to sit there and be depressed and struggling. It's just a bad decision, okay? But what a lot of you guys don't get is, like I said, a lot of single moms and the dudes who knock them up are both hypersexual. They have a mental problem. They cannot control their lust. They need to be celibate and he need to go on semen retention. A lot of them both have the same problems. A lot of them are in survival mindsets. They don't know how to love. Okay, and they operate in lust because they have a sexual attachment or they have hypersexuality. But you know what? I'll break that down further in another video. Let's just talk about what happened here because I want to really explain the collateral damages that happens when people have kids they're not prepared to have. Okay, the collateral damage on the family, the collateral damage on the government, and the collateral damage on society. I'm going to read you guys this article and watch all this collateral damage, okay? So Livy J, a resident of Palestine, Texas, was pronounced dead at the scene at 9:17 p.m. Texas Department of Public Safety troopers went to the collision and investigated it. According to reports, Livy J was driving a 2017 Nissan Sentra south on SH19 when she collided with a 2012 Ford truck north on SH. The reason she abruptly crossed the center line and collided with another vehicle, which is yet unknown to authorities, but this isn't very hard to figure out. She's trying to kill herself. Why the hell else would you drive on the other side of the road? Travis Pittman, the other victim, was brought to the hospital. More information about his condition has yet to be revealed. Okay, now listen. Collateral damage point number one. If you want to kill yourself, first of all, guys, let me explain something to you. And this is not me being cold or nothing, this is just me being real. If you kill yourself, you're going to hell. I don't care what religion or spirituality you practice, okay? You could be Buddhist, you could be Christian, non-denominational or denominational, it doesn't matter. You could be Catholic, you could be Jewish, you could be Islamic, you could be, it does not matter. They'll all tell you, you commit suicide, your ass is dead. Life is the best gift that you got given. You asked to come back down here. If you end that, your ass is going to hell. It's as simple as that, right? But it's one thing to make that decision to send yourself to hell because you can't deal with the choices that you made in this life. It's a whole other thing to drive on the other side of the road and hit somebody who ain't got nothing to do with your bullshit. That's where I have a problem. That's where I have a problem. Travis had nothing to do with none of this. Why would you drive on the other side of the road and hit somebody else? See, I keep telling y'all, a lot of these single moms, they have mental issues. Besides being hypersexual and having sexual attachment, a lot of them are bipolar as hell. Why would you get... Why would you hit someone who has nothing to do with the situation and they try to make her out to be the victim? No, Travis is the victim. He's just coming from work. He's just going to the grocery store. He got hit by someone going on the other side of the street trying to kill themselves. Like she could have took pills or jumped off a roof or hit a light post or something like that. Come on now. But she's going to show you guys more how selfish she is. I'm telling you, something be mentally wrong with most of them. Woman collision from depression. Levi J died due to the collision. Her death has been linked to her depression. Okay, if she's depressed, she ain't got no therapist. She wasn't on no medication. Now they about to tell you on the article what she chose to do to deal with her depression. Listen to this. A woman called Levi J posted on Facebook about her continuing sadness. Levi expressed a desire to be free of her parental responsibilities. Women have more flavors of birth control than they have ice cream at Baskin Robbins. She could have got an IUD. She could have took a Plan B pill. She could have gotten an abortion. She could have used NuvaRings. She could have used birth control. She could have used spermicide. She could have used the condom. She could have used the female condom. Are you fucking kidding me? But now you're depressed because the responsibility of a child that you're only having because you did nothing to prevent having it. Twice. Bruh, listen. You have one kid, all right, with the wrong person, and I'll give you one mistake. Okay, maybe, you thought it was going to work out and it wasn't going to work, and it ended up not working out, whatever the case may be. But when your ass got two, you fucking crazy at that point. Sorry. Your ass is crazy. Doesn't make it, you didn't even learn your lesson the first time. This is a habit now. This ain't an accident. But anyway, she wrote another tweet on Tuesday morning implying that she had lost her battle with mental health. The event happened at about 9 p.m. on the same day, prompting others to believe she hit another vehicle on purpose to kill herself. But like I said, that wasn't very hard to figure out. We already read her last post, but look at her post before this. If something was to ever happen to me, please make sure my kids don't go with their father. What? So you being a bitter baby mama in death. One of your last things you said before you died was if something was to ever happen to me, which you knew it was because you already knew you were going to kill yourself, please make sure my kids don't go with their father. Why? Exactly why? Why? And then guys, look at these responses. Now I want y'all to understand, the majority of these women, they don't know this man. They never met this man. They ain't get his side of the story. All they know is she killed herself and said don't let the kids go with him because he ain't do nothing. And they all in there, well, he ain't do nothing before. Why should he do something now? Well, maybe he didn't do nothing before because he could not deal with the baby mom and he thought she was doing a good job. So he just left her with the goddamn kids for peace of mind. And now that she's dead, he's like, oh shit, let me step up and get my babies. Is that not a thought that pops through anyone's head? Of course not, because I guarantee you, most of the women who replied to that were single mothers they damn self. So they're operating in the same bitter ass, negative ass energy that this girl was operating in when she killed her goddamn self. And all dude said was, but they're his kids. And they went crazy on them. Again, I'm telling y'all something mentally wrong with most single moms. I'm just telling y'all don't gotta believe me. I'm just telling you something mentally wrong with them. But now this dude's out here, he getting harassed. People are making an active effort to make sure he can't get his kids. How the hell are you keeping a man away from his kids, even in death? You guys gotta understand, this woman, one of her last things she did on this planet was make it hard for this man to be a parent, even in death. You're not even here anymore. And it's not like she went out and found somewhere for her kids to go. It's not like she had an adoption center for them to go to. It's not like she talked to her aunt or her mom or her sister or her best friend or nothing. She just said, make sure that my baby dad don't get the kids. Why? She didn't even say why. Other than because he had been here the whole time. What? So at this point now, it was already selfish to hit Travis when Travis had nothing to do with the situation. Then you become more selfish by saying don't let the kids go with the dad when your ass ain't even here no more. So what difference does it make? And you clearly couldn't take care of them either. The third thing that she did that was ultra selfish. You set up nowhere for your damn kids to go before you did this. And now the kids can't see their dad, who's 50% them, because you done set it up and got all these women on attack dog mode to make sure that he can't see his goddamn kids. And they can't see you because you killed yourself. So they just out here. They're just out here. So you brought two kids who didn't ask to be here into this world with a dude you knew wasn't shit, then killed yourself and said, hey, figure it out, kids. But you're the victim. Guys, listen. You have to be very, very careful who you sleep with, okay? Like I said, a lot of single mothers have sexual attachment, but a lot of women who are not single mothers yet have sexual attachment. A lot of these dudes that y'all think is players and hood dudes and stuff, they grew up in the struggle too. Something happened to them when they were a child too. They have attachments as well, okay? Again, it's a trauma response for them. They're not having sex out of love. You have to be very careful. You cannot have a kid with someone who doesn't have sex out of love. You cannot have a kid with someone when you're not in love and when you're not established and when y'all not married, because this is what happens. Next thing you know, you're killing yourself, almost killing someone else. You got a man getting harassed in your death because they don't want him to get his own goddamn kids. And you got kids sitting here with no parents. They can't see daddy and mommy's gone. It's a whole big ass selfish garbage mess. It's a mess. Guys, marriage before babies, not a relationship. Marriage. Y'all guys need to get married. Y'all need to buy a house and get your goddamn life insurance before you have a kid. Get something together. Alright, but this gives me an idea for my next video. I'm going to talk about sexual attachments and hypersexuality in my next video, because it's one of the reasons I preach semen retention so much. But anyways, on this one, I'm Alex and I'm out. Peace.